So 24 hours after Lucy Powell, the Labour cabinet minister, made those disgraceful comments about the grooming gang documentary.
If anyone who saw the documentary on Channel 4 about gangs over
Oh,
this,
we want to blow that little trumpet now, do we? Yeah, okay.
There was a real issue.
Let's get that dog whistle out, shall we?
We've just allegedly found out that the government is now planning to scrap payments, compensation to victims of CSA. Can't say those three words on here because it will get deplatformed, but basically victims of grooming gangs.
We should implement existing recommendations, which did expose what went wrong. They weren't; those recommendations were not implemented by the last government. They're being implemented by this government.
Well, two of the findings from the J report are one, to give compensation to victims and survivors, and secondly, to extend the timeline for victims and survivors to claim compensation, because thousands of them haven't had their day in court yet and haven't had justice. It sounds like the Labour government is going to renege on both of those promises. So they're back from where the Tories started. But what really winds me up is that we can find money for everything. Billions for illegal migrants. We found out there was at least £1 billion of taxes spent on benefits for illegal migrants just recently, an article by The Telegraph. I suspect it's way higher than that, but we can find billions for them. We could find 20 billion plus for carbon capture, a completely untested science, but we can't find a penny for victims of CSA. Despite the fact that Jess Phillips stood up in the House of Commons and agreed with the Shadow Home Secretary, saying that she believes there's cover-ups too. If there's a cover-up, the government should be compensating people for failing to protect them. It's the basic principle of government, is to protect its citizens from harm. But the reality is, nobody trusts Labour on this issue. Time and time again, they have proven they cannot be trusted. Even Sir Trevor Phillips said it. They're scared of their own shadow. They're scared of upsetting their voter base. And it's all because of that R word, racism. They're scared of that too. But what's even worse about all of this is that they have U-turned so many times. They tried to, first of all, not have any local inquiries. They were forced into by complete pressure from the public and the press and other MPs into having local inquiries. Then they tried to U-turn on that by squeezing in late in parliamentary play, right at the end of Parliament before recess, that they were going to U-turn on those. And they U-turned on that U-turn, and now they're U-turning on implementing the J report. So on top of Lucy Powell's disgraceful comments yesterday, she should have been sacked, quite frankly. I can't believe she still got her job. And all the litany of things I just listed, it's quite obvious. You can't trust Labour on this issue. The victims will never forgive Labour for this.